But this guy, he actually rides his bicycle to every gig, and he just hit the 50,000-mile mark. He's a very funny comedian. Please welcome Tom Snyders, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Oh, this is so cool. I've been riding across provinces with less people in them than this. This is cool. I just broke, actually, the 52,000-mile mark on the way here from Alaska. Kind of excited about that. And thank you. As I can see, a handful of you impressed, applauding. The rest of you saying, well, they're highway miles. So I don't know what that is, like 7 million kilometers. But listen, we got to get right to the comedy tonight because I've got to be in Detroit tomorrow night to do a show, so I got to get heading out here pretty soon. So, oh, thank you. It's the technique. Look at those uniforms. All right, thanks for stopping by. All right, listen, doing something kind of weird tonight. Can we have the lights down? Tonight, I have actually been on the road for 5 years on a bicycle. Tonight, I'm taking you guys along for the ride. I hope you enjoy it. We're going to start out with some of the signs that you don't like to see when you're on the road on a bicycle. For instance, hills and curves next 74 miles, really not a good sign for a guy on a bike. I think we can all agree on that. If you can see this, we'll zoom in a little for you. Next service is 108 miles out there in the middle of the desert on the bike. Not really good because, you know, sometimes it gets, let me zoom out for you. Sometimes it gets really hot out there, ladies and gentlemen. Well, some of you caught me. The sign was broken. It was only 109, but I thought this would be really impressive. I'll stick the bike out in front of you. Tank crossing really gets your attention as you're going by. Panther crossing next 5 miles. Kind of scary. Anytime you see road underwater, really not a good sign. It's the anti-highway, ladies and gentlemen. Get on that, pretty much ride straight to hell. So it. Now this one. I'm not even sure exactly what this means, but I'm pretty sure for a guy on a bike, not a good sign. And then you find out, boy, they really weren't messing around. So it, kind of strange. Pretty self-explanatory. I always wonder how they know where I'm going. I don't know. Kind of strange. Pretty straightforward. Straightforward once again. Some highways better maintained than others, and it's pretty straightforward. Now, some signs a little harder to figure out than others. This one, of course, means Jetsons ahead, and this one, of course, this is a very scary sign. This means magicians ahead, and now, I was nervous about this because caution, reduced salt area. I had no idea what this meant. I was very nervous until I got to the end of the reduced salt area, and nothing had happened. I was a little thirsty, but here's a weird one. I didn't really have any weight for him on the bike, so I didn't stop and investigate, but here's the Girly Pancake House. They're stacked better. Kind of a kind of a weird cultural thing. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Kind of strange. Here we have a speed hump, 15 miles per hour. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't even want to know. Warning, danger, silent guard dogs. I just picture these dogs sneaking around in tennis shoes. Trying to be real quiet, getting ready to pounce on you. This one, let me zoom in. This is great. It's like being in my living room doing a slideshow. Eat at Robertson's Roost and get gas. I'm not sure if that's exactly what they meant to say. Here's the drive-through, all-you-can-eat lunch special for $3.59. I can see some of you guys don't believe me, so there's the salad bar right out in the parking lot at Wendy's. Here's the drive-through gizzard dinner. If you look closely, the guy in the truck seems to be enjoying his, so... Here's the, zoom in a little here, the Silver Dollar Saloon, where they have beer, liquor, wine, and carry-out dancing. Just kind of take your partner right out the door, saves a lot of time that way. Here we have the Nuclear Visitor Center, Sunny Point, and Bald Head Island. It's kind of a strange combination. This one, sometimes combinations of products, tropical fish and pet supplies, and discount beer. Guy handles a little bit of everything right out of his van there. Because too many people wanted to sue us, we'll be closed. Actually, kind of a sad commentary on the times. Always kind of a good tip, I'm thinking, when you're going to head into a place. Oh, zoom out a little. Here we're at the fabulous National Fishing Tackle Museum. I hit all the hot spots. I spent about 3 days there, and hard to get hotel rooms around there. It's, believe it. Here's the live bait machine. You can get your worms and stuff. Just like a pop machine, you put in your quarters, you put a bucket underneath, the worms come out. It's pretty exciting. Thank you, they're grown, pretty much what we're looking for on that. Here's the dogs' restrooms, the country dogs, the city dogs. Proving that someone has even more free time on their hands than I do, so hard to believe. Now, a lot of law enforcement agencies around the world going with these because when you think power, when you think acceleration, you think Pinto. So, oh, here's a guy in a rabbit suit making a phone call at a payphone in New York City. But what's interesting about this, if you look at the guy behind him, he's looking at me like he's mad at me for taking a picture of him. Meanwhile, there's a guy in a rabbit suit making a phone call. You know, apparently that's normal in New York City. Here I am at the junction of OOUU, which sounds like somebody stuttering. Here I am at ZZYZX Road out in the middle of nowhere in the desert. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, hitchhikers may be escaping inmates. You guys have been a great crowd. Enjoy the rest of the show. Thanks a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen. Tom Snyders. Good luck. He's got a gig in Seattle next week. Funny guy.